wanna sing my song. I ain't felt free in so long. Take these shackles off me. The world's trying to weigh me down, and I know this is how the story goes. Love and peace in a world so cold. Tell me where's the unity? This ain't how it's supposed to be. Oh no. Change don't come. Love will find a way. We gotta pray for brighter days. Change gon' come. A change gon' come. A change gon' come. A change gon' come. A change gon' come. Like a breeze over troubled waters, we can overcome. A new day's begun, and I know this is how the story goes. Love and peace in a world so cold. Tell me what's the unity? This ain't how it's supposed to be. Oh no. Don't go. Love will find a way. We gotta pray for brighter days. A change gon' come. Change gon' come. Change gon' come. Change gon' come.
What up, doe, everybody? It's your girl, Ness. How are you? This is definitely an impromptu conversation, but I have been doing a lot of thinking, and this was actually on my list to do. So I just decided to go ahead and, I had some free time and to come on and discuss it now since I have some free time tonight. Okay. So I hope you guys are well out there. Once again, thank you so much for showing some love. And, you guys always do. Thank you for supporting the show yesterday with Mr. Percy Glover. That was an amazing show. He need to run for mayor for show. So everybody in the city of Flint, please wrap your, arms around this man, pray for him, just his whole testimony and how he's really, really focusing on really trying to build the community and make a difference. That was an amazing conversation. So please check that out if you haven't. Okay. So Okay, I am back. It looked like everything is still up. Um, yeah, that was for some reason, my Wi-Fi went down. I have no clue, but I'm glad that it went down before I actually got cooking. You know, now I got to put my videos back in. I spent all this money on StreamYard. You understand? And they need to have a better system, better way. Okay. All right. All right. Okay, so now I'm back. So I have a couple of clips that I want to share with you guys tonight. And I also want to discuss the fact that this situation, especially with the boycott, it affects me. And the reason it affects me is because I work in retail. Okay. I've been in retail, I can't even tell you how long, but um I work commission. And so this is one of these situations where it's like, oh my goodness, it's one income coming into my home. I work retail. Um, I have seen recently there has been a decline in our stores. And it could be because people are just not shopping right now because there's so much going on, or it could be because of the fact that they are boycotting early or whatever it may be. But I do know that my company that I work for, and because of, my company being a major corporation, I'm not going to name that company on my platform, but they are inclusive when it comes to DEI. And it's not an essential. It's not, we don't really sell essential items. It's more high end. So of course that would definitely affect me. And so I just wanted to let people know my personal stance on it. It's because I am, someone that works in retail, has many people that I know, and friends that work in different stores in retail, and it's really affecting us. And then on top of having my own business, and still there's not really the support from the Black American community when it comes to my business. I have other people that actually support my brand more than Black Americans. So it's really one of these situations with me, like, okay, this, I don't know, what's going on. If we're going to boycott as a community, as a people, what are we going to do with for the people that are Black and independent, that have Black independent businesses? Are we just going to boycott and not pour our dollars in some other place that could use the dollars, independent retail, places that's essential, that's minority owned? So I mean, I didn't get the memo or the call to action for the strategy in the long term of what we should be doing. I don't want this to be an emotional situation where we just, making a decision and we don't see any full effect. Now, one of the biggest things that I've done, which was not easy, but I'm going to be transparent, is I pulled out a lot of my I had shares in companies that was at first DEI and no longer are DEI. And so I had to go through, had to go through all of my different shares and different things that, as far as my stocks, and I had to kind of pull back from that. because I wanted to participate in the way that I could participate in. And, people that, are into stocks and different things, ETF funds and mutual funds and different things like that comes in bulk. So that's not even easy, even though I have I have ETF, but I also have individual stocks. So I just want to know what we doing long term. Now, a couple of things that I want to show, because I definitely want to give some information out there. And for some reason, let me see if my IG, I am on Facebook, IG, and YouTube, guys. Let me just make sure everything is good. Oh, let's see something. Why is my it say my IG is on, but this don't look like my IG on. Hold on. Let's take a look. I think I just took it off. No, it says I'm live, so I'll just continue. But let's see here. Go on here and see. Y'all, I don't want to be talking to myself now. No, it don't look like I'm live. If you guys are on, because usually I can see. Hold on, guys. Let me just go back in with my IG, because I don't want to be cooking and IG can't even see me. Okay, let's see here. Let's go edit that. Now let's go back and add this one. Okay, so if you were on, well, okay, so now there we go. Yeah, now I'm live. There we go. All right. So now I will continue, because now I am on IG as well. Sorry about that, guys. So that's pretty much my testimony. And for anyone that's on IG that decides to come on, I apologize about the inconvenience, but you can definitely go to my YouTube channel to watch this full breakdown of anything that you wanted to hear from the beginning. So I'm going to show a couple of clips and we're going to go through it real fast. The first clip I'm going to show is this clip that I took. Oh, you know what? I lost it when my computer went down. So, boy, I tell you, the hate be real. Okay, I will show a different clip and then I'll get to that one. Let's go to the Project 2025. Let's take it.
There, who are you? Oh, just the most important doc.
Okay, and just so y'all know, because some of y'all, you got to break it down like Schoolhouse Rock. And if you my age, you know Schoolhouse Rock. I'm just a bill. I'm only a bill. Hey, don't be playing, y'all. And some of y'all new schoolers, y'all know it. Y'all done seen Schoolhouse Rock before. But anyway, I wanted to make it palatable for people to understand universally on some of the different things that's happening. And when we were first introduced to Project 2025, a lot of people were like, oh, well, he didn't say he was going to use it. It's just, no, this is what is placed into action right now. This is what is happening. So I'm going to let y'all peep this Gen Z style of Schoolhouse Rock with Project 2025.
document in our country's history.
You mean the Constitution?
Nope.
The Declaration of Independence?
Yes, again.
The Federalist Papers?
The Federalist, what? No, even more important than whatever you just said. Now sit right here and I'll tell you all about me. I'm just a little paper for the ages, a way to set the government straight. A short 887 pages on how to make America great again by forcing through the president's agenda, removing all of those who disagree, replacing with our loyal party members, and reclaim our great country. In sum, give power to the president to authorize the government to legislate morality and wrestle back normality from Marxist ideologies that infiltrate our policies like gender, race, or anything woke. We're gonna abolish the Department of Education, turn the swearing in into a coronation. America's great salvation will arrive with Project 2025.
Coronation? You mean like a king?
No, it's called the unitary executive theory. Gives the next president unchecked power to do whatever they want.
So, a king?
Oh, let's not get hung up on semantics. Here's how it's gonna work. Once that we've started the transition, and no one's left to tell us to wait, we'll go through every policy position, get rid of all the language that we hate, like civil rights, diversity, and unions, and pronouns to mention but a few, defunding any liberal institutions that dare question what we do.
I'm pretty sure the Supreme Court...
Oh, the Supreme Court. That's a good one. Now, where was I? Abortion will be pretty much illegal, and reproductive rights will be gone. We'll get back to the biblical ideal that a family means a daddy and a mom with kids. Repeal the crazy climate regulations that get in the economy's way, with everyone reporting to their stations on Inauguration Day. When we give power to the president to authorize the government to legislate morality, expelling abnormality like godless ideologies, protecting inequalities like gender, race, and anything woke. We're gonna abolish the Department of Education, convert the melting pot into a Christian nation. The stage is set and we'll be going live in 2025.
I can't seriously say all that.
Wanna bet? Come on, let's crack me open.
Page 124.
Make more nuclear weapons.
Page 257.
End the war on fossil fuels.
Page 214.
No more gun violence protection.
Page 298.
Or feeding hungry kids at our schools.
Turn to page 5.
Ban offensive books from the classroom.
563.
Make it hard to register to vote.
Page 449.
Dismantle Medicare.
534.
Kill off the grizzly
Page
bear.
4.
Delete the term sexual orientation, gender equality, awareness of sensitivity, diversity, equity, inclusion, abortion, reproductive health, and reproductive rights out of every rule, regulation, contract, grant, and piece of federal legislation that exists. And that's an actual quote. And that, my friend, is only the beginning of how this makes America great. You'll be so overwhelmed with all the winning that you won't know what you've lost till it's too...
Wait! This doesn't sound great at all.
No?
No, it sounds like a fucking nightmare.
Well, I guess if you wanted to, there's still some things you can do to stop it.
Like what?
Well, if you vote to save democracy and stand against autocracy and tell your friends and family, enough with this insanity. We fought too long to part with these essential civil liberties like privacy and equity and bodily autonomy, and what defines a family, equality and empathy. And we're not going back, and maybe we can stop this radical abomination. The future all depends on your participation. That's the way democracy will thrive. America was made for you and me, so let's defend our freedom and our dignity. Now raise your voice and let's keep hope alive in 2025. Now vote!
Not Jesse Jackson, keep hope alive. So I know it's not funny, but it's funny. Okay, just so you guys know, it's not funny, but it's funny. I wanted to play that full clip so that if you have children, if you feel like you want to break it down, if it's easier for you to understand, you know, just some of the key components that is in Project 2025 and focus on them, then that's what, that's what this video is about. I just need you guys to understand that what he said he was going to do, he's doing. And some people did not believe him, and especially the ones that voted for him, and they're now crying. And like I said, I'm an independent. So at the end of the day, policy and different things like that is extremely important to me. I don't vote for vanity, or if somebody is a certain color or culture or whatever. It's about how, how are you going to improve this country and make it better for myself, my family, the people and the kids that's growing up in the future. What does our future look like? Can anybody come in and just invade us? And, is America safe to live in? It's all of these things people don't think about, and that's extremely important. So now I'm going to show you a little clip that I got from IG from this. This couldn't even get any better than this. I'm just going to show you. Now you have to read this. It says, who controls our institutions? Racial breakdown. Congress, 77% white. Governors, 96% white. Top military advisors, 100% white. Presidents, 98% white. VPs, 98% white. Current presidential cabinet, 100% white. People deciding which TV shows we watch, 93% white. People deciding which books we read, 90% white. People deciding the news. Hold on. Let me see. Let me put my auntie glasses on. 85% white. People deciding which music is produced, 95% white. C-suite, 90% white. Venture capitalist, 70% white. Angel investors, 87% white. Foundation CEOs, 86% white. Foundation boards, 91% white. Percentage of white Americans, 60%. Okay. Guys, the more things change, the more they stay the same. And if you have been following me for a while, when I first was doing blogs, because I used to blog on Facebook, and there was one of the blogs that I did about this exact situation. And when I was saying about the narratives is so important, it does not matter about truth anymore. The people that is in control controls the narrative. It's not even about truth anymore. And we're still trying, and then they took away equality and said it's based on merit, but we never had equal footing, which I've discussed that in a couple of my videos. And to this day, we are still pushing and trying to become the first in things. The first person to do this, the first Black person here, the first Black female VP or president, the first Black woman to own a tech company, the first Black man to do this. Our first should have been like, those barriers should have been broken a long time ago. And we're still breaking barriers on being first. In this high-tech, new a new technical world generation, and we're still talking about breaking barriers, color barriers, educational barriers. That's crazy work. And of course I got a troll, and I'm gonna put the troll on because, you know, trolls make me feel good, because YouTube has a lot of them, a lot of bots, a lot of people that hide behind their keyboard, and you go to their actual page or channel and there's nothing. You can't even make this up. And that's one of the biggest things that I like to do, is highlight them, because that just shows you how horrible and insensitive and cruel that people can be. And especially since we have modern technology now, because half of these people would not have, half of them would not be doing the things that they're doing if it wasn't for us having a cell phone for them to hide behind, or a laptop and computer. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, thank you, Troll. I appreciate you. Okay, so at the end of the day, I wanted to show you a couple of more clips and then we'll be out of here. It's not, I just wanted to kind of actually have a conversation about what are we going to do after we boycott. What's the longevity of the this situation that we're trying to, you know, like push, like what are we trying to do? Like, I feel like the entire Black community should know this. We should know what are we doing moving forward, not just for one day, because, you know, we are one of the highest consumers, and yes, there's going to be a huge loss. But what about the people like me that's in retail, that this is how I'm fed, this is how I live, this is how I pay my rent? So what happens with us when people don't come into our stores that we work in and support, and now we don't have DEI? So who will be the first ones to go? Okay. So let's take a look at some actual real life people that's having conversations about the economy and the different things like that.
I think inflation has forced me to become mature to the point that now if I go grocery shopping and we spend like 200, 300, 400 plus on groceries, baby, I'm going home, I'm making me some eggs, I mean a bowl of cereal, something. I'm no longer stopping by to get something to eat after the grocery store. Like, nah.
Hello everyone, this is Emmanuel Cook. We will be reacting to a new video today, so make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe down below, and let's get into the video.
Listen, if you still want to come to America because you believe in the American dream, let me tell you something. That dream died like 30 plus years ago, and now we're living in a dream that involves paying $10 for a dozen of shitty fucking eggs, paying $2,000 a month for an apartment in the ghetto that's about 700 square feet and it has no walls. And then if you want to go to university here, you're looking at around $100,000 for a 4-year education. That's on the low end. But in those 4 years, you might get shot because everyone seems to want to shoot each other for some ungodly reason. Then you're going to graduate thinking, oh, I graduated, I have a degree now, I'm going to get a good job. Your good job is going to pay you about $40,000 starting off, maybe, and then they're going to say you're going to work 40 hours a week, when in reality you're going to be working about 50 plus hours a week, because they're going to guilt trip you in by saying, we're a family, we're a team, we help each other. And they're not going to pay you overtime for that, because why would they? If they get your help for free, why would they pay you for that? Okay? Then there's no work-life balance. That company you're working for now doesn't want to give you vacation days until like maybe your second year working there. And those vacation days are maybe 4 days out of the whole entire year. That includes holidays. All right. Then if you're sick, too bad, you still have to come to work. Okay. Then if you want to buy groceries, your groceries are going to be your whole entire paycheck, because no one can afford to eat here anymore. Got it? I go to the grocery store for 4 things. It's like $50. I'm just saying, it sucks living here. I don't want to live here. I want to leave. So maybe you should rethink your whole American dream, because it's not what it's all cracked up to be. Okay? Okay, love you, bye.
No bullshit. Like, I don't think this is what life is supposed to be about. Everything costs entirely too much fucking money. I just came from the mall, and I'm not sure if it's because I just paid $60 for a fucking toner. The toner's amazing. But $60...
Okay, I don't even want to listen to her. She done paid $60 for some toner and talking about how prices done went up. Girl, if you don't go to Target, no, sorry, can't say Target no more. Oh, that sucks. Oh my gosh, where can we can't go to Walmart? Oh, do Costco? I don't know. Costco? Do you got to buy a bunch though? This is crazy, right? But anywho, just so you guys know, this right here is actually talking about from me listening to real life stories. We are in an inflation situation right now, but our dollar is the same. So even though things are rising, we're still getting paid the same amount. So prices rising and we're still here, and people are feeling it. And it's like, what do we do? And that one of the biggest things is because they're trying to cut out the middle class. If you have not seen my video about oligarchy, please watch it, about rich and poor. That's exactly how it's going to be. Okay? I need you guys to understand, if you notice, the middle class, I'm a middle class person, okay? I'm in the middle class. So we are being taxed higher. Everything is higher. And still in this present time, a lot of us cannot retire, because you know why? Because now the age for retiring has went up by 4 more years. You see what I'm saying? So they trying to keep you working longer, and they just cut Medicare. Project 2025. Okay.
For a fucking toner, a lip treatment.
Okay, said it before, I'll say it again. Bring back rent control. This is literally an epidemic.
Nobody talks about how exhausting it is to constantly, every year, find new places to rent from, because your current place you're renting from is like increasing the prices and you can't afford it anymore, or like, I don't know, whatever the circumstances. It's like every year having to jump into like the rental market and try to find something, and then coordinate like your work schedule with your move out schedule, and like packing and unpacking and like making the place look put together. And it's like by the time that you're settled in, it's like time to do it again, and it's so fucking exhausting. I hate it so much. I just want to be able to stay in one place and not have to do this shit every like year, every 16 months or whatever. Like, I'm so over it.
And remember, back in the day, there was rent control. True story time. My last place in California that I lived when I lived by myself, because when COVID hit and I was living in California, I wind up moving in with a roommate who had just got her house built, and, you know, So she also was looking for some assistance, and it was a good situation. We were helping each other during COVID. But beforehand, I was living by myself in an affluent environment. So my rent was at least $2,000 a month. That's not my other bills, but just my rent. And when I moved into this place here in Charlotte, I had to collect and get my information from where I used to live. So I said, let me just see how much they rent is now. The place that I lived in, one bedroom, and it was not super huge. Okay. It's now $3,000, a whole $1,000. That's crazy. That is so crazy. So this is what's happening, guys.
I don't know about anybody else, but I am fed up. Like, I've had it up to here with spending my own motherfucking money on food, because the grocery store prices are getting ridiculous. Okay, I need the yams, please. Like, I just don't know what else to do, y'all. And it's not like I just can't go to the grocery store. I gotta eat, I gotta live. On top of that, seems like every motherfucking time I look at my car, I gotta get motherfucking gas. Or something is wrong. I don't understand it. Why can't I just keep my own money to myself to enjoy and live this life? Why?
Girl, because we grown folks, honey. But at the end of the day, it's more and more people venting, and it's not just it's not just a certain demographic of people. It's everybody. It's all colors, shapes, sizes, whatever, that is feeling the effects of the economy. So let's just watch this one real quick.
Isn't implementing any policies that will benefit the Black community. He's rolling back DEI at the federal level, but this doesn't mean we still can't benefit from this type of economy. Okay, I've been doing a little research on this, and what Trump is essentially pushing forward is something called rentier capitalism. This is a type of capitalism that derives from Marxist playbook. And what this essentially means is, if you own any type of real estate, if you own a business, if you own various assets, you will benefit the most in this type of economy. And I want to talk about a few potential solutions I think we could leverage. For one, we need more private equity firms out here. There's plenty of Black businesses that need more funding, especially in a tech startup place. And I understand it's not easy to create a private equity firm, but there's less than 40 Black private equity firms in the country. That's something that we can do and make happen, especially since there's a few Black billionaires out here. Another thing I think we should focus.
Okay, I'm not, you know what? We're reacting to these together. I'm not even about to watch this. I'm not. And one reason is because that's going up to this level. We still at the bottom level of, if you watched and notice what I showed you after the Project 2025 video, and showed you who controls what, and we went through the percentage of the people that controls what. We need to figure out, if we're going to do a boycott for one day, okay, but what is the main goal and what is the longevity of it? What are, like, all of the Black billionaires and millionaires and the people that actually can afford to assist to create some type of strategy, what are they doing? Because everybody that's truly boycotting is the middle class. Me, the middle class. but it's the 28th. Okay. Now then after that, what? What is the future looking like for us? Are we going to create some type of hub where like virtual hub that's online or something that everybody know about, just like how everybody know about IG, Facebook and everything, some type of hub where there is all type of businesses in this one hub, uh crowdfunding people, just people that can assist all type of major businesses, essential businesses, non-essential businesses, just like a Black Wall Street, but technical or virtual, or someplace like a Facebook, or Instagram. Because the number one thing we have to do is start circulating our dollars in our communities more, and stop being so caught up in branded things or trying to constantly wear European designs and clothing that half of people can't afford, and go to some of these amazing fashion designers that are Black owned or even minority owned, period, and assist in helping them be able to succeed so that they can pour that money back into the community, and they can start hiring people that look like us. It's a cycle. How did our elders do it when they didn't even have the technology we have, the money that we have? You know what I'm saying? The different things in the freedom, pretty much the freedom that we have. How were they able to create these Rosewoods and these Tulsas and all of these different cities? How were they able to do it? Because they bartered, because they leaned on each other. They made sure that, oh, you know what? You got resources here, I got resources here. Let's come together. Let's do this. Let's do that. They were building. They had no choice. And the funny part is they didn't even want to integrate. If you actually watched my video clip about the 40 acres and a mule, when they came to them about assisting them, not Lincoln, but I got a brain fart right now, but the abolitionists in the Confederate soldiers that came to the 12 or 11 to 12 Black men and had that meeting and said, okay, we'll give you 40 acres and a mule, or we'll give you this land for free, and if you help with blah, blah, blah. And they were like, okay, well, make sure that our land is segregated. We don't want any involvement with any, and we don't want to be integrated. That's exactly what they said. Okay. And then when the situation happened, when I think it was Lincoln passed, and that's when they took back the land and did what they did to our people. Okay. So it's like, what are we doing? We have to change the percentages and change the narrative in order for us to be able to have some type of footing. But right now, it can't just be an emotional situation where, oh, we gonna boycott this week and then for one day, and then we'll do it this week on one day. No, it has to be a strategic plan, and that plan needs to be pushed out to everybody nationally. That's why it needs to be a hub created where everybody know I need to go check and see what's going on. And if there's something like that, please let me know. But what I'm saying is that the everyday average middle class person like me and the people that I know, we don't know. We don't know. So if there's, a class of people that have created this, it's time to push it forward so that we can start pushing our dollars and working together and building our resources together and creating something that can actually help us into changing the percentages on that board that I showed you on that other video. You understand? It might not change a lot, but it can change. Oh, somebody put, what billionaire just give away money? There's crowdfundings and different things like that. There's people that give away money all the time for scholarships, for different things. It's money out here. It's just that I'm talking to a different demographic of people that needs to kind of catch up when it comes to that. And if you know, you know. Okay. And thank you so much. I appreciate the engagement with all of you guys. In K-Rock World, I appreciate the honey. But that was it, guys. I wasn't even planning on being here on wait, what's this? Hold on 1 second.
Administration continued their onslaught on federal workers this week by laying off thousands and thousands of people, including at the IRS during tax season. So there's already strong warnings that this is going to disrupt tax returns for people. It's going to disrupt filings even being accepted because he took a hatchet to the agency and hacked it to pieces. But that's just part of the story. The other part of the story, not just with the IRS firings, but with all of the other firings happening, is that people don't seem to understand that not all of these federal offices and these federal employees are located in Washington, D.C. They are, in fact, spread out throughout the country. Not just the federal workers, but also the contractors that, of course, are also seeing their contracts being killed by this administration. And cities and states are now warning us, we don't have enough jobs to put these people back to work. So the impact that these firings are having on local communities is about to be depression levels. When you take a city, Kansas City is a great example because that is where, main IRS offices are located. Not all of them, but many of them. So thousands of workers in Kansas City now no longer have jobs. That happened this week. So officials in Kansas City have come out and said that jobs for people with bachelor's degrees, which is nearly everybody that's laid off here, have already decreased in the area by more than 50%, making it difficult for those out of work to get back into a high-paying career. The sudden layoffs could create instability in the labor market, which is an indicator for recession. Government is a large part of our economy, and now we're slashing and burning a big contributor to economic growth without really fully understanding the consequences. And that's just in Kansas City. These cuts are happening all over the country. There are offices in every single state that are seeing people let go from the federal government or contractors working for the federal government. These cities are not equipped to handle this many people all at once needing a job. There are not that many jobs available in some of these areas.
Okay. I forgot I even had that clip on here. So to leave on that note, that's another situation. So you cutting all these jobs, you cut the aviation, you're cutting major people in your cabinet, you cutting that, you cutting the Department of Education, You cutting all of these federal jobs, whether it's everybody matters. Everybody's job plays a role. So I know people be like, oh, well, they just had a small job in the federal. No, every job, everybody matters. Everybody plays a role. Every day that they wake up and they go to that job, they play a major role in making that business successful. Thousands of people all over the country is being cut. But we already did not have enough jobs. The unemployment rate already had plummeted before he started cutting them. Okay. So what everybody gonna do? Become content creators? Like, how people gonna eat? You got people with masters and bachelors now going to be competing for lower level jobs, which is another video I watched the other day about federal people going into the private sector and getting lower level jobs and different things like that, because people still got to pay their bills, still got to eat. And trust and believe, I spend at least $100 and I live by myself for grocery. Okay. So it's like, what are we going to do? The number one problem that I have is that nobody is thinking anything through. There's no long-term situation and strategy that I've heard from any activist, anybody that I have watched closely as far as how they're handling this, DEI situation and the boycotts and the different things. I haven't heard any type of long-term strategy as to how and what we can do to make sure that we work at trying to become the next Black Wall Street. I don't even want to say Black Wall Street because I don't believe in, oh, it's just about black. No, there are some amazing independent independent minority businesses that I know that support me and I support them. Hispanic, Latino, regardless, period. So at the end of the day, we all have to really understand that if you looked at that percentage that I showed you, you didn't see any other race on there. You only seen white. There was not Hispanic, there was not Latino, there was not Black Americans, African Americans, there were not Pacific Islanders, there were not, you know what I'm saying? I can go on and on. There no Asians, none of that. As far as the percentage of the higher percentages of people who control everything. So what are we going to do about that? Because at the end of the day, that's still, we're still under the thumb in the control of the people that we are fighting against. And we're not coming together to do it. There's individual pockets of activists working alone. There's people not understanding that the middle class is the one suffering because they don't want a middle class anymore. So just think about that. Guys, I gotta go. I'm sorry. Love y'all and mean it. This is me. I am not a politician. I am an advocate. I am a humanitarian when it comes to activism. However, I am just an everyday woman that is working in this rat race, that is trying to survive. That I'm just coming to the table to have a conversation with people that's feeling me, that understand how I feel, because y'all might feel the same way. And we just trying to figure this thing out together, because the people that's in our communities that are leading us, we want to know where we being led to in the future, and not just for this one movement. That's it. And that's all. Okay. All right. So let me see. Thank you so much for watching. Slim, Dylan's, on IG. I appreciate that. Thank you. I see my people on Facebook. I appreciate it. But of course, my YouTube people held me down. I see some new people I never seen before. Okay, LT Swimmy. LT Swimmy, you sound like a Gen Z person too. You know what I'm saying? But I appreciate K-Rock World, and I do appreciate my troll. It's always good to have a troll. That means you're doing something right, right? All right. Love y'all and mean it. Y'all have a good night, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.
Yeah, I smell like money. We be blowing hundreds in the drop top with my friends going dummy. Do it. I'm a hustler. I'm a hustler. Yeah, I'm a hustler. I'm a hustler. Stay blooded, drip like honey. You ain't give it to me, so you can't take it from me. I'm a hustler. I'm a hustler. Yeah, I'm a hustler. I'm a hustler.